What's up, guys? My name is Tim. This is New Craft Workshop. A couple weeks ago, we built a very basic version of this on the Beginner's Woodworking series. Today, we're stepping it up. All right, guys, welcome into the channel if you've never been here before, and if you have, welcome back. We truly appreciate your support as always. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and hopefully by the end of this build, you're going to give us a thumbs up, and please take the time to leave us a comment. Nothing helps our channel out more than the comments down in the comment section. So, as I said, a couple weeks ago, we built one of these, a very basic version made from big box store lumber, 1x2s, I believe we used. And we just did 3 compartments for 3 wine bottles. I gave you guys a blueprint, and I always tell you on the beginners series, make it your own. So today, that's what I did. I made this my own. This is going in our house. So I did this right, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I can do out here in my shop. Although our channel focuses a lot on beginners builds, I do have the equipment and the tools and stuff to build something a little more elevated, and you guys asked to see it. So today we're doing it. All of my walnut comes from a local lumber distributor. I buy it surfaced on 2 sides, and then I finish it here in my shop. Use my planer, table saw, everything to get this thing cut to final dimensions. So today you're going to see me use the planer, the table saw, the router table, the miter saw, you name it. It's going to get used today.
That's a lot.
So we used walnut. We mitered our 4 corners on our front frame, and everything is recessed into some 1/4 inch deep dados. Dados holding our runners are 1 inch wide. Dados holding our vertical pieces are 3/4 of an inch wide. All of our material for this is 3/4 by 1 inch, and everything is ran over the router table with a chamfer bit to give this a nice, modern yet traditional look. So,
is that a thing?
I think it turned out great. Hope you guys agree. Today's video is going to be a lot of me just working with my earphones on, and I'll tell you kind of step by step what I'm doing, but that's all I got. Let's get right after this thing. Let's get started by using the homemade jointing jig since I don't have a joiner in my shop. Clean up one edge of this material. That's going to give us a smooth side to run up against our fence. When we're done here, we're going to head over to the planer, run all of our material down a couple of times on either side to get it to final thickness. And then we're going to head to the workbench where we are going to mark out all of our cuts and our dado locations. Now let's get back over to the table saw and get our 45s cut on either end. This is also going to be our final length for each of these pieces. And then we're going to switch out for our dado set and get all of our dados cut. Now I'm cutting all of my dados across the width of this board all at once. Then we're going to rip this down to final dimension. The reason I like cutting my dados all at once is because it makes them extremely precise and they match each other exactly. It's time to sand, and when I tell you I sanded a lot on this project, I sanded a lot. I went through 3 different grits, and I wanted this thing to be extremely smooth. Take your time when it comes to sanding your product. The more time you spend sanding and prepping for finish, the nicer your finish is going to turn out. So I'm not going to bore you with the amount of time I stood over this with my sander, but I sanded quite a bit. Alright, here at the router table, you're going to see me do a couple of things. One, we're simply going to run the outside edges of our front and back assemblies across a chamfering bit that's going to give us a nice look on our front and back frames. And each of these individual runners that run from the front to the back are going to need some chamfers as well. I'm setting up some stop blocks a couple of different times. The first stop block you see me setting up is to get our end that sticks out from the front of this wine rack chamfered. We want our chamfer to stop short of the dado intersection. Then we're going to set up a pair of stop blocks that's going to allow us to run a chamfer most of the length of our inside half of each of these runners. That's going to be the area between the front and back dado glue up location. Let's get this thing glued up.
I've made a huge mistake.
Let's get this thing glued up in the worst possible way I could have glued this thing up. I'm in my zone. I got my earphones on. I'm rocking out. I'm kind of in this rhythm, or so I think, and I don't realize until the very end that I have glued all of these pieces to the back assembly, which means that when I go to put on the front assembly, I have to line up every single one of these slats, and I needed a timeout. I was a little frustrated, shut the camera off, came inside, got me something cold to drink, and I did not even film that second process because I forgot to turn my camera back on. Just know, it was a mess. We make mistakes here sometimes in the shop, and I'm not too proud to admit it. Laugh about it all you want. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, if I'm going to do this again, which I plan on building another one of these, I am going to basically assemble the two vertical assemblies that are in the middle of this wine rack, front piece, back piece, and 6 slats, 6 runners, whatever you want to call them. I'll assemble both of those individually, glue those up, and then I'll insert those into the front and the back frame. But hey, we live and learn. Time for finish. I am going to start by cleaning this thing really well with some odorless mineral spirits. And then once that dries up, I'm going to use some wipe-on tongue oil. Now, I'm not going to lie, I cheated a little bit. I used a foam brush because there's a ton of little nooks and crannies here where all of these components are coming together. But once this finish dries, I'm going to go over it with some steel wool, pop on a second coat of the tongue oil, and once that's done, this thing is going to look extremely nice and ready for some wine storage. So let's get after this finishing process. All right, guys, that is it. My version of the wine rack we built on the beginners series a couple weeks ago. Today, I made it my own. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this is your first time here, please go down and click that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. We do some really fun stuff. We focus a lot of our projects on beginner woodworkers, and I sprinkle this kind of stuff in all the time, as well as some shop projects. Everything you see behind me on the wall, I've got a video showing you guys how I built all of this stuff as well. We do some intermediate projects occasionally, and we did a bunch of holiday builds this year. If you haven't seen any of that stuff, head over to the channel and click on some of those playlists and scroll through some of our content. I hope you like what you see. That's all I got for you. As always, let me know down in the comments what you think of this project and if you'd like to see more stuff like this. That's all I got. Thanks for spending a little bit of your time with me today, as always, and we will catch you on YouTube.